someday when my ship comes in, she'll understand what kind of guy I've been. And I win, she's walking, she's a love, so fine. And when she's talking, she'll say that she's mine. She'll say I'm not so tough just because I'm in love with an uptown girl. She believing in her white bread world. As long as anyone with a good can, not to looking for the downtown man. That's what I am. Uptown girl, uptown girl, uptown girl, she's my uptown girl. No one in love with the uptown girl. She's my uptown girl. You know I'm in love with the uptown girl. My uptown girl. You know I'm in love with the uptown girl.
In 2004, Westlife faced their biggest challenge yet. But this one had nothing to do with chart positions or world tours. 5 years in, and Westlife were global superstars. But in 2004, a bombshell threatened to blow the band apart.
Members of the Irish boy band Westlife are in for some misunites of their own after Brian McFadden has announced that he's quitting the foursome.
And for one last time, Brian, from the bottom of our hearts, we love you. The way he said it was, I'm hanging my boots up.
We thought that's it, you know, is the band over? What does that mean for us?
Everything changed when Brian left.
I remember Keane, we started crying and Mark was really upset.
It was mind-boggling. You know, Brian was walking out on the biggest pop band in the world at the time.
There'll be days we'll be on different sides.
Lou's like, right, we're going to be bigger and better, don't worry, we can go on, we can survive.
And then that famous line he always uses, there's only 4 in the Beatles.
He was like, you're going to keep going, you're going to be better. We're going to be bigger and better.
We worked our asses off to make sure that we could keep it going.
So we started the next day.
I remember seeing you just after Brian left in Belfast and the crowd loving you. And it was almost like acceptance. They still wanted the 4 of you, and that must have felt great at that time.
When the 4 of us walked on stage, the reaction was amazing. We were like, wow, this can't end.
With the love and support of the fans, Mark found the confidence to deal with his own personal demons.
You know, you could see the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Mark came out of his shell an awful lot, especially when he came out.
I'm not stupid, I've read Smash Hits since I was 12 years old. I mean, it's all about like the girls fancying the boys, basically. As a naive, kind of shy, pretty, in some ways, scared 17, 18-year-old lad, I completely put it back down inside myself and, you know, locked the door and threw away the key, basically. You know, in your mind, it gets very dark, it gets very scary, you feel alone. I'm very lucky and happy that I'm out at the other side of it.
People might have said, will this damage Westlife? And to be honest with you, we didn't care.
We were just about to release You Raise Me Up when I came out publicly, and anybody that argues that it would have damaged Westlife's success can put a sock in it, because we had our biggest hit of our career.
Westlife were invincible, and the best was still to come.
You raise me up so I can't stand a mountain.
The one thing I do love is songs, and I would bring along different songs. I remember You Raised Me Up was one of those songs. I said, guys, it's going to be a huge song.
The 4 of us were going, are you crazy?
We didn't even want to record You Raise Me Up. It was like, it's a church song.
And they said, oh no. And that was like the biggest record ever.
We thought he was bonkers.
You Raise Me Up, to me, was kind of like the start of the second chapter.
That was a song that changed our career. It changed it from a boy band, I think, into a man band overnight.
And from their biggest hit, Westlife went on to perform their biggest gig, Dublin's Croke Park. standing here and performing in Croke Park has got to be up there with the best of them.
It has. It's pretty special, you know. I grew up 15 minutes from here. I remember in 08 when we were doing it, I was driving in earlier that day for sound check, and there was all the whole, you know, the radio messages from the police, you know, arrive on time, Westlife play Croke Park tonight, and I'm driving the car going, this is mental.
You know, it's the biggest venue you can play in Ireland. It's the ultimate goal for us, and it sold out on the day, the first day. Never forget it, we're in Sweden.
There we go.
Oh, that's the beauty.
Words,
That's the famous. That's the best part there.
It's like being inside a beehive. It's like everywhere you look are people and lights.
Remember, I just couldn't breathe. Nearly like an immediate panic attack. You're just like caught up in the moment, and the four of us were like, you know, oh my God, what's about to happen? Still to this day is the ultimate.
Croke Park was a defining moment for Westlife, but it won't be the only thing they'll be remembered for.
I mean, the whole thing about them sitting on stools, I mean, I think they did it a couple of times, and it kind of worked.
That people that weren't Westlife fans, that didn't see us in all the other light, let's say, would only see us sitting on a stool.
I remember the first time we suggested it, and I think we said, you know, get off the stools during the key change or something, and the audience went nuts, and then we said, well, actually, let's do it again. We probably did it one time too many.
That was then. This is now the first release from their new greatest hits album. It's a brand new song. It's Lighthouse.
For a man as weak as me, who has no self-belief, this kind of love is more than a feeling. For a man who lost his way, who thought it was too late. How did the sea, how did the sea, how did the sea get so rough? I would have drowned, I would have drowned if you hadn't given me your love. You're the light in the dark, you're the sea in the park, you're the lighthouse that I need. You're the key to